Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm downstairs in my office, but I was originally upstairs. Thought I could make a video with my puppy and my new puppy, my new kittens, and no, they're just they were all over the place. So here I am. Here I want to share my Hobonichi Weeks, my Sneaker Weeks. This is my one planner that I use. I do use a separate little notebook for my tasks sometimes, but I'm going to start using it in here. And it's been a while since I've been on here, and if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'm also Joy to Plan there. If you can come and follow me there. I don't go there daily. I try to every so often get on there and give you an update of what's going on. So I'd love to have you over there if you would like to find out more about me. I was planning and I've been hoping to make this video for some time, and here I am. If you have not followed me before, this is your first time here, welcome. I do use 2 Hobonichi Weeks for the full year. This first one is my January through June, and then I have a second one will contain my July through December. So what I'm going to do now is just give you a quick flip through. I'm going to explain what how I use my sections, and let's get started. So here in the beginning, this is just, I like to sticker out my books, just make it look more interesting. Let me bring you down just a little bit. And I just feel like I'm out of practice, so bear with me. So this first part here is my inbox. So here is basically my green Post-it, anything that I want to buy, anything on my wish list. Sometimes I'm writing and something pops in my head. This is where it would go. And then here is kind of like an inbox. I just use a little Post-it. I write stuff down and then I transfer it later wherever it needs to go. That way I don't have to worry about where does the information need to go. I just write it down so I won't forget. I really don't use this area in my planner. I don't think so. I'm trying to think. No, I don't, and that's okay. I just decorate it a little bit. And then here, I just, stickered it up. Here in this section, I use, because I'm using this only for 6 months, I divided the years. So this is for my YouTube and Instagram. I just like to keep track of my followers. And then here is for my part-time job that I do in the morning. I take care of a senior down the road, and I've been doing that for many years now. But here I just keep track of my hours. Here is kind of my word of the year, or my words of the year, and kind of an overview of my goals for every area of what I think of my personal life. So I've been trying to declutter all the rooms, and that's been the hard part, because once I declutter, it's like, what do I do with all this stuff? A lot of it's good, and so anyway, that's a separate story, but this is where I keep that. And then here's my monthlies, and I keep everything on here. I keep my work schedule. My work schedule's in purple. Anything important is in red. Orange is anything has to do related to faith or church, and pink is my daughter, gray is me, green is my husband or my bills, and keep track of my paydays. And I try to write like a monthly review here. I didn't do it for March or April, so we'll see if I do it for May. But this, I keep everything in here, even my information about my dog, or my puppy. She's 6 months now. It's been a journey with the puppy. I've never, this is about my second time I've had a puppy. The first time was when I was really, really young, like in my teens. And I was in for a rude awakening. But she's a lot better now, 6 months old, and still keeps me very, very busy. Okay, so that's up to June. And then so let me explain my philosophy or my planning system. It's a bullet journal / Franken-Covey with a dash of GTD. So if you know those 3 systems, and as I go through, you'll kind of know where everything falls. I like to recreate or create a system that works for me. I take little pieces of different systems or different things that I like, and I integrate it into one, and I make the system work for me. So this is my future log. And it doesn't have as much stuff that it used to, because I don't know, I've been utilizing my planner a little more. So then each month here starts with my goals, and then I have a task for the full month. So what are from my goals, what do I want to accomplish for my general task for my daughter, home, planner, faith, church, work, and YouTube. Regardless if I have anything in there, I keep the categories there because I can always fill it in throughout the month. And so this is February, as you can see, got more information there. This is March, and this is May. And as you can see, I still haven't updated it, but what I do is from here, from future log, my information gets funneled to here, and then it gets funneled from here to my weekly, and then from my weekly it gets funneled to my daily. So that's kind of how the information, continues to flow. And this is June, and I'll have my there. And then here I try to use it for prayer, but I like to keep my faith separate. I don't know. I thought I would utilize it more here, but I haven't. So that's okay. The blanks, the pages stay blank. What I'm going to do is for my next book, I'm not even sure how I set it up because I haven't touched it in a while. But for my next book that I set up, I probably will not have that in there. So this is Welcome 2023. Here starts January 1st. And sometimes I had information here, and sometimes I didn't. If I didn't, I just put some stickers just to, I don't like to see a lot of, white pages. Is that what you call it? Or white space. Here's my schedule. I usually put a line here, and I usually have just my schedule and my daughter's, my husband's here, birthdays, any information. Also, it's in my monthly, so anything that goes from there goes to here. And then here I just write in this little column just like information. If I'm going to receive a package, if I purchased anything important, goes with a red arrow. My one part-time job that I do only in the mornings, I write it in. Just anything outside that important information will go there. I don't know how else to explain that one, but and then I just use I'm a very functional planner, but I also like to use stickers. I always, use washi and sticker it up just a little bit. And then after the fact, if I find that I have, empty space, and then I go back and fill it in with stickers because I really want to utilize the page to its fullest. So I don't like to fill it up with stickers first. And that's January. And then here I started dividing kind of what are my goals. So work, YouTube, home, and other. And then general tasks here. And then here I switched it up from my focus of the week down here, and then tasks up here. Then here I did task on top and focus on the bottom. And then sometimes I added scriptures. I try to add some little bit of stickers in here. This was my daughter's 19th birthday. And so if you see, the format has changed a little bit here. I put my tasks here, my focus here, and then scripture, and then kind of affirmations and such. Here I didn't have anything, and that's okay. That's the way it was sometimes. And that's what I love about the Hobonichi Weeks. I can use it as I see fit on a week-to-week basis. This is basically the same, how I use it, but this is the page that will change. And here I was getting ready for a Chicago trip, so I was making a list of things, that I needed to do. And then here I was in Chicago. So I wrote my flight information there. But anyway, I didn't have any tasks there because I was enjoying my time with my grandson and my daughter. And I was here. And then when I flew in, I came directly into camping. So here's, you know, camping there. So I didn't have a lot here. And then home, and I'll just keep on because it's the same thing. Here is, this is May. So this is more into the weekly goals because I really like this format. And, you know, here are my tasks. And again, this comes, you know, I pull it from here, my May goals, and then here, and then from here into my dailies. And the reason I chose to divide my year into 2 books is because I love to have my dailies, you know, my daily up 1 page per day. And that's what I like, and that's what works for me. And so the only way to do it was to have 2 Hobonichi weeks to work for my, you know, to make my system work. And I'll just go quickly. This is the current week here. And I just formatted it, and then here's the rest of the year. And then here I have a notes section. I thought I would use the notes section more for journaling, and I have plenty, you know, before the end of June to use. I know myself, I won't be using all these pages, but I was keeping like a separate little notebook for my task because I like to do that. And that little notebook is from Walmart, the Pen and Gear. This is all used because I use this for notes. Like if I make phone calls and they give me information, I like to write that down. Instead of having it in my little notebook, I want to start keeping it here. So what I would do in my dailies, I don't keep my task up here, you know, like I probably could. But what happens is some days I have way too many tasks, and then some days I have too much to memory keep. Because this is also a major memory keeping system for me, for my family. And in order to resolve that, I like to keep my tasks separate. On the side note, I would prefer to keep it here also because then there's one record of everything that I did in a year, you know, or 6 months. So I would date it, and then I would just write my tasks like the bullet journal, you know, write everything I need to do. And then if I make phone calls, I can just write it right underneath, write the notes, and then I know, and then down here in my memory keeping, I go from the bottom up. I usually write or rewrite what I did in my task here, just for memory keeping sake. So I know that if on, you know, whatever, what is this, March or May 17th, I made a phone call, then I can go here and look for May 17th and look for the details of the notes. If that makes any sense, hope that does. If you have any questions, by all means, you know, write them down. And I would love to answer any questions that you may have. So for my next book, or actually I'm going to start doing it now, but you know, we're already at the end of May. In July, I will start my new book. So what I may do for the empty pages is start adding pictures. I have a HP Sprocket and I can do that. Here I try to write my expenses for my puppy. This is what I've been spending so far as of March. And then of course, you know, we've been spending a lot more for that. And these are planner shops and projects. I keep track of my YouTube also in this planner. And this is Zoe, kind of like for my puppy. In the beginning, I don't know if you have let me see. You know, this part here where it has all the year, you can use it for that, for documenting anything. I kind of replicated that, and I wanted to keep track of how often did I buy her food, when did she have vet visits, and then up here, I kind of like I do in my self-care, I write down, you know, like health information, vet information, her shots and all that. So I have it all in one area. Here I keep track of how much I get paid for my first part-time job and for tax purposes, so I keep that there. And then this is my 9 pillars. I'm a little behind on this, so when you see the current month is probably not as it's probably empty. But what I do here, and I like to use this, I got this idea from and she no longer has videos. I mean, she puts them all private, and I forgot her name right now. I mean, all her videos are private, so you can't even see them anymore. When she was speaking to a counselor, they were trying to help her divide her time and how to have a balanced life. And that is important to me because I can get unbalanced real easy, because I get super focused, like hyper focused on certain things that I'm interested in, like in hobbies or in health, and then I sort of neglect what's around me. I tend to do that. And this really helps me to see at a bird's eye view at the end of the month, how did my month go and how do I need to focus or refocus some of my areas the following month. So the first area here is family time, and I made it bigger just because I tweak, you know me, I'm going to tweak something. So family time is important, and leisure, me time, friends, exercise, growth, contribution, and that can be to society, to church, anything, to family. Exercise, us time is my husband and I, and work. As you can see, in January, I really didn't have a lot of me time. And leisure, I think I shopped twice. I was so busy with my new puppy, and she was 8 weeks old, and I can tell you right now, because January, that sticks in my head. And then November, you know, earlier, a couple of months prior, I had 2 little kittens that were on their deathbed, and my daughter and I really helped to revive them. And you know, I'm an animal lover. I could not give them away once I spent 2 months with them, and so they're home with me. February, you know, I started having a little more of time, you know, to myself, a little bit, not too much. And then, you know, try to find time, pockets of time. Growth, like you see, I really had that blank. That really bothered me because, and then see, April, it's not filled out. But this is not a problem because this is what I do for the 9 pillars and how I update. Let me show you right quick. So this is today. I have not updated anything. If you look at here, let me bring you down just a little bit more. Let me get a pen here. So if you look at here, this says 9P. That means 9 pillars, and it has a little dot. So when I check that off, I know that I updated my 9 pillars. So now I can go back as far as, you know, April, and see that nothing was checked off. See, April, nothing was checked off. And when I check March 31st, actually it's not checked off. So I still have some in March that I need to update. I haven't updated this in a while. See here, March 17th. So I thought I was finished, but apparently March 18th I stopped. So I don't have them checked off. So that means I even have to go back as far as March and finish, you know, so I may have some growth. We'll see, we shall see. But that's how I keep track of my 9 pillars, and I check that off in my dailies, and it really helps to keep this organized, because when I didn't do that, I was like, did I update it? And I didn't. Yeah, it was confusing. So here's May. I like May. I like those pretty, I like brown and pink. I don't know, I always have. And then here is June. And then starts kind of like the Franklin Covey, even though Bullet Journal System has it, but I got this from Franklin Covey. I've been using Franklin Covey since the 90s. And I have my monthly index, like the main things from each day, and I color code also. Here is like highlights. It can be personal, it can be anything in the news. What I'm currently planning, eating, drinking, reading, listening, feeling, loving, watching, YouTube, IG, purchased, celebrating, weight loss, and the core group, something that I was following for a while. And then I have my January gratitude, and then my husband's gratitude. This is all for each month. I have 4 pages. So here is February, and here is March, and April, and May. I'm behind a couple days, but that's okay. I'll catch up. And here's June. And then starts my dailies. And let me find a blank page and I can explain how, you know, my daily, let me get it right here. So this page replicates a Franklin Covey page because I've used Franklin Covey for so many years. I really enjoy and like the way the page is formatted. So what I did is I tweaked it, of course, and made it, you know, fit my system. And I've shared this before, but I really want to go over it again because I have, you know, I may have some new subscribers. My husband called and interrupted my video, so I had to restart again. So here is my my day on one page, and I like the Franklin Covey setup, you know, the format. And so what I did is I tweaked it to follow, you know, to make it fit my system, or to document, to format it in order to contain the information that I want to document in my days. So up here, I really write, you know, like if my daughter has off in this corner, if I follow certain people for health, you know, their health journeys, and so I write that there. Here I write important information, birthdays, and then bills I write in this corner, kind of. I'm trying to see if I can find one here, like here, and I highlight it in green. And then here I just write anything that I have to do home, like when do I have to clean the litter boxes, which is every day. Timesheet is every Friday, and then I need to approve my timesheet once my boss approves it, and then my other part-time job. So I kind of keep all that there. And then here is the date, and then I write in the weather. And then this blank line here, I have my 9P, that's for my 9 pillars. And here is my time appointments. So it's from 6 in the morning to 10 at night. And if it's any earlier, any later, that's fine. I just want to document that. And I kind of divide this in half. So myself and my husband is on the left, and then here I write any appointments for like my daughter who still lives with us, my 19-year-old, my youngest. If she works, so and so a lot of times I put her work schedule there. Here I write anything that I study in faith or any shows that I watch. This changed a little bit because I just wanted it for faith, but I kind of like to document anything that I watch, you know, shows or anything I watch on YouTube. And then here is anything my daughter does throughout the day. So her work schedule, she bakes something if she cooked, or if she went to go visit her boyfriend, just for memory's sake, what she does. And then here from the bottom up, I do memory keeping, and it's rapid logging, kind of like bullet journal. So I write quickly, you know, as quick as I can, or summarize what went on throughout the day. And I don't write tasks here like I mentioned earlier, but I summarize what I did in my task down here also. In the middle, let me see if I can find something here that I've done. Like here, I write important information. I use stamps for that. So if I'm flipping through here, or I can check my monthly index. Here is a package that I received. So it's usually in brown. And anything, let me see, I'm trying to see, in green like that, that means I purchased something. So as I'm flipping, I can easily see this is important information, this is something I purchased, and this is, you know, a package that I received or will receive. So let's say today I purchased, I don't know, let's say I purchased something on Amazon. I will put something here in green, like that envelope, and then write down what I purchased, and then put the stamp again, usually in 2 days, stamp it in brown, and that's, you know, the item that I should be expecting, because I lose track of, you know, what I'm getting when and all that good stuff. So let me go back. Oh, and then up here from, hold on here. And then from here down, I generally keep it open for if I need to write updates on my puppy, or if my granddaughter visits and I'm babysitting her, I write her information first and keep it, you know, there. And I also, you know, color code for her. But I like to keep a little, you know, summary of what we did. So I want to, I mean, she's 4, she's gonna be 5 in July. So, or when I was in Chicago with my other grandson, I kept a little history of what we did. And just for memory's sake, memory keeping to me is so important, and it's probably next to my planning. It's the, you know, it's so important to me, just because quick history, you've probably heard this before, but my dad had dementia and my grandfather, and so there's a history of dementia in my family on my dad's side, and so memory keeping is important to me. So what I like to do is document for my children, and because when I pass one day, these books will go to my girls. And let's see, so let's start my dailies. I think I'm talking too much. So here's New Year's. I try to put stickers in, let me show you're in frame. And I'm just going to flip through it quickly. And this is information on my Zoe. You'll just see Zoe and then a list. Here's my granddaughter. I call her Mookie. And it's in purple, like that bright purple. Anything you see a little sticker here of Hello Kitty. That's for my granddaughter. So, and I try to put stickers here. And I just did this, I think last week. I felt like adding stickers. I was kind of bored. And not that I'm bored often, but I get this urge to just play with stickers. So I kind of did that. Here was my daughter's 19th birthday, and I tried to use a little more stickers that day and brighten up the day. And happy 19th birthday. We played Uno. I have some stickers of that. And we got nothing but, you know, if you sign up for like Nothing Bundt Cakes, what else do we do? Panera. If you go onto their app and you log in and you put in your birthday, you can get a lot of things for free on your birthday. So she got a little cake for her birthday, a free pastry from Panera, and there's some other places I can't think of right now. But we picked up some chicks. We have chickens now. Oh, that's my husband. This is my favorite pizza. It's Casey's Pizza. And my daughter blessed me with the chocolate croissants from Panera are like that is like my fave. So I have to be careful that I don't overeat that. And so it's a treat. I don't get it often. So my daughter blessed me with that one that day. Though here, a week later, we had an actual family celebration for my daughter, like a party. So, which is just dinner and you know, family together. I love my family. I love when we all get together. We usually get together on Sundays. And oh, this is my granddaughter was born March 7th. So I had some pink stickers, like little feet, but I couldn't find them. And so I just used that. And I need to call my son and see how she's doing. They live in another state, and I need to Skype with them. And just stickers in here and life. I can look through here, and if I don't update this, for sure I update this. And I like to see what we were doing throughout the day. And based on this, I can update this, because it just triggers my memory, because sometimes I really can't remember. And this is Chicago. I left for Chicago. And yeah, so I wrote a lot with what we did with my grandson. And yeah, they're visiting this next week. So I'm excited. And so I need to get my house in order, like mega order, like declutter. And I'm working on laundry today. And so here we got a new mailbox, and so I just drew it in. And I just noticed that my stickers aren't like balanced, so I need to go in here and put another sticker there. and you know, it's just for fun. I love flipping through my planner. If you can see, I'm more functional. Again, I write in my information first, and then if I have like white space or extra space empty, then I go back and fill it in with stickers. And sometimes my stickers have no rhyme or reason. I just stick them down. And then here's the rest of my days until the end of June. And then, of course, paydays. Here, I was supposed to write in my YouTube videos, and because you can see, as of January, I made one video, which, books of the Bible, that I've been wanting to read. And I'm not sure why I wrote all this for 6 months. If this was a 6-month book, I should have just wrote half. But I've been, yeah, I need to regroup and refocus on my things. Scriptures memorized is blank. I don't use this, favorite things, because I have my index, my currently, and I keep track of that on the month to month, because my favorite can change on a month to month basis. And here's just, you know, notes. If I need to jot something down, I have extra post-its. I do pen tests there. I think I was trying to for my weight loss, but then I switched to my self-care, because that's more like, you know, my self-care Hobonichi Weeks extra post-its, and that is it. And I just use this for clean my stamps out when I stamp. So that's all I have, and I'm really enjoying my Hobonichi Weeks, and this is how it looks. Doesn't look too chunky, but it looks well used, well loved, and beautiful memories. I plan to continue using this, let me see, July through December. I have my book and it's upstairs. I have it in my planner bag upstairs, so I don't have it here, or I'd show you, but it's already all set up and ready to go. I just need to switch my, you know, all my tabs. I have to tab everything because I like to go where I need to go quickly. That's all I have. And if you have any questions, please list them below. I'd be happy to answer any questions. Hopefully I did not go too fast, and yay, I got this video out. Hopefully this will start, you know, getting the juices flowing and get me some other videos. I do want to make a video on what I'm using currently. You know, my Moleskine, pocket Moleskine. I also need to do a flip through of that, and I've been haven't been updating that lately. I blame my puppy for that. Blame everything on my poor puppy Zoe. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and until next time.